Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In today's video I wanted to close out the build series on our adventure trailer. So let's get started with all the updates I made after a few problems that arose during my test run. After some thinking, I decided that I didn't like the way that the hinges went before. So I had the hinge that was here and the hinge that was here, and the door swung out this way. I didn't like it because it was kind of tilted in the way it was moving and it was too big. So I decided that I wanted to now replace the hinges and put one here and here, so that now when you use it, it falls down and it's kind of a ramp if I fill it in, if not, whatever. So then I decided that I wanted to put the second table that I had been talking about for right here. All right, let's go over some other things about the trailer. Right here we have our 2 propane tanks, and I got this mount off Amazon, and I basically bolted one piece on right here, and the back I welded, and then I added a piece of angle iron right here and welded it to the metal plate on both ends. And now it's mounted on there pretty tight. There's no flex or any give in this setup. I have 2 propane tanks just in case I wanted, in case we're out for an extended period of time. And the good thing, and the reason why I decided to go with 2, although it's very much overkill compared to most other people's setups, is because of this right here. So this generator can run off propane. It comes with the cable that you need. It comes with this cable that you need for it. You actually just plug it in there, and it has everything you need to run this off propane. The other thing that's great about this is it has the NEMA 1450 plug here on the side that can also charge the car. So in case I was out for so long that I needed to charge the car multiple times, this has the power to be able to do it. So it's a 50 amp. It has the 50 amp here in the back. So it definitely has the power to do this. I haven't tested it yet, but other YouTubers say that you can charge the car at least 2 full times on 1 propane tank. We'll see how true that is, but for now, that's why I have 2. The other one, this hose right here, I just have, kind of plumbed up to go on our shelf where the grill goes. So I'll cut to a video with that in it later. So I made this door right here. Right now it's just a square that I welded up, and then I put the hinge that I didn't take off, welded it on here. The kitchen table will go on here, and I made a little shelf that folds up, and it can come all the way down if need be, but when I'm ready I can just hook it up on there. This can hold weight, so sometimes we'll stand on here in order to get in the other door if we want to. This ends up being just like a utility shelf where we have some other things. So here it is. This is the other table. It hinges on this bracket that I left on the trailer, and it's strong enough to hold any of our cooking items or even use as a secondary eating table. It turned out to be a great help while camping, and it didn't actually look too bad. All right, my Batwing awning arrived yesterday, and I had pre-built this setup in order to hang the awning onto the poles here. But one of the things that I found difficult was knowing exactly how wide this needed to be apart to accept that. So I'll drop in the measurements here. And what I wanted to show is that it can, the distance between it, everybody is talking about every other distance, but nobody ever measured from distance to distance because I guess nobody was making their own rack for it. Where here's my DIY little rack here, and I'm gonna bolt this up to here. But let's get the awning mounted on first, and then we'll go from there. All right, at this point we have this contraption I made up and mounted. Right now it just has 2 bolts. When I think of a better, pretty good way, I'll add some more on there, but it's pretty sturdy at this moment. And here's the awning at the top. And let's do our first open. Okay, so we did the deployment here in the garage. It's pretty simple to get up, but I did use, was helpful to have a hand with it. But this is what it looks like. And here we go. The next change that I made was moving the bikes off the trailer onto the hitch of the car, and then I have a dual hitch that and we had to make a few changes, modifications to the trailer. So to be able to have the bikes on the hitch mount, I had to get this dually. I've actually had it in the past, but I decided to reuse it. And then we have the normal rock and roll trailer hitch that we put on. I had to add new chains and extend the length of them so that they would reach while having this extension on. Here we have my power box, and I've decided right now that I'm going to redo this box, so I'm going to cover it later in another video, and it's going to end up being like a product review because I decided to get a Blue Eddy all-in-one station. Another thing I did was remove the hitch mount that I had here. I wasn't using it, and the bikes when on this rack was way too high to exit the garage and also to function within parking garages. Many of the Tesla chargers are in parking garages, so I had to go in the garage, and the bikes were so high that they were hitting the maximum height sign. So I then moved that and put it here on the edge, and what I realized is that would help for the bikes to not get wet on a rainy day because this awning is right over it. It can cover most of the bike, keep it, you know, out of intense rain. So our fridge setup video is going to be in another one. We'll show you the custom cable we made and how we're connecting it into the battery box setup that we have. All right, everybody, thanks for watching our video on the camper overland trailer build. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next series.